Hi and welcome to Let's Talk eBay. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is November 27, 2020. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. Hope you like the content and come back for more. Folks, today what I want to do is a remake of a demo video I did back in 2017. I got some comments on them and they were asking people, some people asking questions. I don't know if they're playing games. Like one person sent me a thing, where do you put the water? I don't know, again, if they were joking around or, you know, how to set it up or whatever. So I'm going to do a remake of this here. And I just want to share something with you guys also. I do sell a lot of these here. I've been selling quite a bit of them, okay, the Keurigs. It's the model, this is the model B31. I'll pick it up right here. It's this one right here. It's the model B31. Okay, I just got this yesterday. It was given to me. Actually, this was given to me by my brother. He didn't want no more because he purchased, believe it or not, he purchased a brand new orange Keurig, brand spanking new, like this model, and he loves it. And I seen it in person. It really looks nice. It's really a nice Keurig coffee. It's a single cup, just like this. Only it's like an orange color. It really looks nice. It's kind of like that full look to it, you know. And Keurig, if people don't know, they make a lot of different models. They come in all different colors. I mean, I never knew that until I started getting involved with this stuff. I sold a lot of Keurigs, blue, green, purple. I don't think I ever sold an orange one. Yellow, I believe I sold. Black ones I sold. Yeah, those, they were no problem. I got one right now that's on there. It's a pink one. It's a different model than this one here. If you go into my eBay listings, you'll see it. But for the most part, though, they have a whole bunch of different models. They got models that they have reservoirs where you don't have to keep pouring a single cup like here. You got to pour a cup of water in there for every time you make coffee. But they do have ones that have reservoirs in them and different models. I couldn't believe it when I see these. Like, holy smokes! Could you believe they have different models like that? But they do. Keurig does have a bit. Well, for the ones I've seen in the thrift stores like that, I don't always pick them up. For the most part, I like to stick with the K10s and the B31s. But this particular one I seen, the one that's pink, it's on there right now. I got that one I think for $62 or $63, whatever. Those, believe it or not, those go for quite a bit of money. So, but anyway, I picked that up there. But anyway, the reason why I'm doing this video is, first off, I want to say one thing. If you are a person that sells, like eBay, when you're looking up stuff, you're getting ready to do upload a listing, it'll say sell similar. All right, I have sold a couple Keurig B31 black model Keurigs, and this one was already clean. What I was going to do was just upload it, relist the same one I had. And, my brother gave it to me. He didn't know, I guess he didn't realize what was, that it had, this one has chips on the bottom of it on the right-hand side. If you're facing it from the back, it's on the right-hand side. I'll show you in a second. You got to make sure that's all listed in your description, of course. Now, if I would have just haphazardly not thought about it and just, relisted that same one, most likely the buyer's going to get it if I forget to put it in, because I'm thinking, the thing, when you look at it, in person, the thing looks great. It does. It looks really nice. It's pretty clean and stuff like that. I tested it out. But until you actually start taking the photos, which I did this morning, and I'm looking and said, oh boy, it's a good thing I didn't just put it in, just relist the same one, because the previous one I sold, it's a good thing I didn't just hit this relist button, because the buyer would have got it and said, hey, look what you got going on here. Let me get this little thing. I use this little red coffee stirrer, and I want to point that really quick. I'm going to hold it up and show you what I'm talking about, if you can see it without damaging it. Yeah, I think it's over here. I don't know if you guys could see it, but on this particular model, and it will be listed in the description, it's right over here. Can you see it where the stirrer is here? You see it there? It's got a chip on it. It's got a little abrasion along the side here like this. Now I got to put that in there. It's chipped at the bottom and it has some abrasion on it. Okay. Now, and the reason why I'm doing this video, folks, is also to show people. Basically, I know it sounds crazy how to set it up, but really, I've gotten things like that in the past, and there are people that don't know how to set up. And I'm not laughing at them. When I first seen this thing, when I first got involved with it, my brother showed me, because he had one. He had one of his, he still has it today. Like I said, he just burnt it out. He bought a brand new burnt orange one like this. I think it's a K10 with B31 model. Anyway, I did not set it up. I mean, yeah, you open up the lid here and you got the reservoir here. Okay, you know, common sense will tell you, well, that's where the water's going to go, right? But for some people don't know, you know, for the first time to get it, like, you know, how do you set it up? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a demo, and I'm going to probably be as precise as possible. You know, I'm going to try to keep it simplified. But I know it sounds kind of crazy, but seriously, I've gotten comments like that on my previous one I did back in 2017, and I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share it with the people. So I do have other Keurigs on here right now listed on eBay. This is going to be listed after I do this demo. Okay. I'm also going to be including with it is right here. These sheets here, the sheet here, it's for the model. It's the instructions for the Keurig B31 coffee maker, this particular one, and it's 2 sheets basically. I printed them off. Okay, and that's what you got there, so you can see it. I don't know, how does it look over there? Okay, all right. Anyway, I'm going to be including these going forward, which I have been doing, just to let you know if you are new to my YouTube channel, and if you are new to my eBay listings, whatever. I don't want to say new to my eBay listings, but if you do follow me, if you've saved me as a seller, I don't want to get these wet. You know, I'm going to be including instructions with these going forward, whether people need them or not. Look, I don't mind. Some people may say, yeah, but you know, you're wasting paper. You know, you're going to use a paper and you're going to use toner cartridge. I don't care. You know, I want to do it with, you know, I want to help the buyers out. It's an extra little perk. If it helps, why not, right? So that's how I look at it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a quick little demo. I'm going to talk a little about it. This one here, I'm not going to get too much. The condition is nice in here. It's pretty clean. It does have little light scuff marks on it. The things that always happen with these things here, I noticed though, on this, and you can't help it. The tray, I still got water because I tested it last time. The tray is pretty clean here. All right, that's what you see is water in there. These things always get messed up in here. You can see, I don't know, can you see it there, guys? They usually get scuff marks on them. I don't know if you could see it. Well, it does. It definitely has little scuff marks on them. These things usually get scratched, and that's when you're putting a cup on. I have a cup of water here. That's when you're putting these things on. The ceramics are very abrasive on these things here, so when you put it on here, you know, and you move it on, move it off, these things get scuffed. They're plastic. This is not metal. It's not stainless steel. However, there are some Keurigs out there that do have stainless steel ones like this, or metal. Let's put it that way. But these things are all they are is plastic coated. You know, that's all they are. They're plastic with chrome finish on them, and they do scratch up very easy, especially if you got a ceramic cup on there. Okay. All right, and here people said, "What is the drip? What is this drip tray for?" That's exactly what it is. It's a drip tray. If you overfill it, I've seen that happen too. I remember one time I was testing one of these things out, and somebody didn't drain the water out of it, completely. And I added, I think it was either 8 or 10 ounce cup in there, and this thing started overflowing. I was like, wow, you know. Now people may say, how do you drain these things out? To be honest with you, when they get shipped, I try to make sure before they shipped out, I try to drain all the water out as possible, as best I can. There are other models where you could push a button. I think it's electronic ones where you could push a button and it'll drain out the reservoir in there. This one here, I'm not too sure that works. I got to be careful with these here because there was one time I did ship one of these out, and I don't know what model. It wasn't this particular model. It was another model. It was one of those electronic ones with the reservoirs, and I guess it didn't drain all the water out. And when a guy said, "Oh, I received the Keurig," it had a little water left in it. It was in the paper because I usually pack them up with the paper, and they said it felt wet. So I apologized. I said, "Well, is everything okay with it?" I guess they just wanted to make me aware of it the next time you ship it out. You know, try to drain it out a little better, you know. And I thought I did, because I had a button on there to pump out the water on this particular model. I don't know which one it was. So if you could ask me, I don't know. It was an electronic one. It was one that had a reservoir in it, and I guess I didn't drain the reservoir out properly. And when I had it shipped, you know, this here, I don't ship them horizontal. I should do it that way. I usually horizontal like this. I lay them down, and I guess the water was left in there. It dispersed in there. Yeah, so that's one of the things I want to talk about. If you are selling multiple things like this, I sell multiple ones like this here. Not a lot. I'm not saying I have tons of them up there right now, but throughout the course of the year, since I got started, I sold quite a bit of these here. I'm not saying I sold hundreds, and I'm not saying I sold thousands of them, but I had sold a lot, okay? Let's put it that way. So if anyone's going to ask me, well, how many did you actually sell? I don't keep tabs unless I go into a spreadsheet and look in there and say, okay, I sold 30, 20, 40. I don't even know if I even put this in the spreadsheets this year. I don't know, this one here. But, yeah, that's, all I can tell you is I sold a lot of them. Different models, too. Like I said, some with the reservoirs, some are not. Look at this here. Every time I try to do this here, my hair is always sticking out. That hair there. No. But anyway, yeah, so what I want to do is, getting back to this here, if you're going to sell similar items like this, don't, and you know the word I'm going to say, assume, right? Don't always assume that, because it looks clean, the picture looks nice over here, and you say, oh, it looks really great, everything looks perfect, until you actually start physically looking at the item. Okay, that's what you want to do when you're getting ready to sell an item like this here. Normally, I would have picked it up anyway, but when I'm doing, like I used to do demo videos, I still do on occasion, sneak peek videos and intro videos, what I would do is look at the item in front of me as I'm doing my description, okay? Because it stands to reason. If I didn't look at this here thoroughly, I would have sent it out thinking, hey, it's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. And the person would have said, hey, the buyer would have complained, said, he sent me a Keurig that said it was in nice condition. And when I got it, it had chips on the bottom of it, whatever. So you got to be very thorough on that there. People will pick up on it in some cases. Maybe sometimes it might slide by. And if you're one of those people that are selling on eBay and you got something similar to this situation, don't always assume that it may slip by, because if you're putting there good condition and the buyer gets it, little trivial thing like that, a crack in the thing there, whatever, a piece is missing, they may pick up on that there, and it's going to reflect on you, okay? They're going to tell you. They'll probably either leave you a neutral or maybe even a negative, saying, item is not as described, And who knows? They may even send it back like that because they're shipped. All they got to say is, well, I purchased this item here. The seller said it was in perfect condition, but yet it had a chip missing and it wasn't listed in the description. And I would say, I can't say 100%, but I would think that eBay would be in favor of the buyer, and which would leave you out of the money, and I pay return shipping, so it would leave me out of money too. So that's why it's very important to make sure when you're checking these things out, be very thorough. Okay, when I list this one here, I'm going to put in there in the description on the lower right hand side. Well, it depends. If you're looking at it, I have to put, if you're looking at it face forward, it'll be on your left side. That's where the chips are, and I got to put it in there. And of course, I always put in there, has light scuff marks on it. The units, I always put in there, sometimes list that the unit's been tested, works good. The unit has light scuff marks on it from previous use, but in this particular case, I have to list that it has a chip on it. All right, now I know it sounds crazy. It's probably a very simplified thing to do, to do a demo video on this here, but for the simple reason is I'm doing a remake of it only because people had left comments like that. So I figure if I could just put it out there one more time, I'm not going to be doing another one, so don't worry, folks. I'm not going to keep boring you guys with the same type of thing, only different versions of it. I'm just going to do it this one time. Like I said, just an update on it. And hopefully the people will get a better understanding on how to set it up. Okay? All right. So without further ado, I got a cup over here of water. All right? And let me move this down here really quick here. Okay? I have a cup of water here. Let me see. What you see back there, folks, those little things, that's my backdrop thing. Okay, and I'm going to move it down a little bit more here. Okay, I got a cup here. What would you say this is? 8, 10 ounce? I don't know what it is. I don't measure by ounces, but I'm going to put it in here. All right, and first thing I want to do is, I just want to say this to you guys out there. This coffee unit here is a 3-pronged thing, as you can see here. If you don't have these receptacle to accommodate this, you're going to need this adapter here, which you would plug in. The reason I'm doing it because I have a plug over here I use just to do my demos here. I don't always keep it plugged in here, I just have it just for this. And you can see it's only got the 2-prong in there, okay? So I need this adapter for me, but if you have wall outlets in your house that have all outlets that only have the 2 prongs, you're going to need this to make this coffee pot work, or coffee maker work. Okay, so let's plug it in here, all right? All right, plug it in here, and we're going to open up the lid here. Now, you can see here, let me just do this really quick. As you can see here, there are different levels here. What's it got here? Let me put my glasses on. I wear glasses for readings. This says, you can see it here. I don't know if you can see it, folks. It's got 10, got 10, 8, and 6 ounces, okay? So that's how you're going to fill up. If you put any more in it there, like I said, if I'm using an 8-ounce glass or a 10-ounce glass, I put 12 ounces of water in there. I mean, 10 ounces, it's going to overflow. All right, I got a little clean rag over here just in case I have a little spillage. I shouldn't. But anyway, so what you're going to do, folks, is this. I like to do is first pour the water in here into the reservoir itself. Okay, we're going to pour it in. Again, I don't know. Maybe this is 8, 10 ounces. Who knows? We'll see what happens here when it loads up. Okay. Now, I mean, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I have gotten things on this here how to set it up. That's why I came up with the what do you call it there, with the instructions, because people are saying it. I actually got to think people didn't know how to. I'll dry this off again. People are actually asking, how do you set this thing up? So, all right. While the water's in there, you can see the water. What you're going to do is, after you put in the cup, make sure you leave a little room. Don't fill it all the way to the top, because you're going to have to put this is going to put your K-pod in there. You're going to throw it in here. I'm not going to put it in there. All right. When you upload it, when you lift it up, the water's going to drip in there. Okay. That's how you're going to release the water from the reservoir. Okay. When you do it, you fill it up first. Lift this up. The water will drain. Okay. The water's going to drain. At that point, you already have your K cup in here. Okay, you're going to put that in. One person said when I was doing this, they go, how come you didn't make coffee with it? I don't drink the Keurig coffee. Not that I have anything. I'm an instant coffee guy. I like the instant coffee. People might say that's disgusting. But you would drop your K cup in here, okay? And then you're going to close this down, okay? Plain and simple. All the water now is drained out here. I know it sounds simple, but I don't mind. I'm going to put this here so I don't scratch it anymore. And you're going to go like this here. You're going to put your cup under here. All right. You're going to hit your power button here. When you see the brew button, it's going to flash blue. You hit this here. Now it turns red. Now, it's not going to happen super fast. It's going to take time for it to actually, brew. But again, I'm doing this here because, like I said, there were people out there that were not familiar on how to set this up. So I don't mind doing this. I'm not going to do it again. So I hope you guys will, take it for what it's worth here. I don't mind taking the time out of doing this here. All right. So it's going to take a little time to get this to work here. Let's move this back down again here so you can see this. All right. Now, people sometimes they'll say when you're setting these things up, I think brew time and stuff like that. I don't know. I would say maybe, I don't know. With the time, I've never really timed it. I would say probably within a minute or so, maybe a little less. Probably a minute or so for it to brew up, to get warm in there, because it's got to heat, the heating element's got to heat the water up in there before it disperses, okay? But this unit is clean. This is going to be on eBay, and no doubt by the time you see this video, I'm not going to take it down afterwards. I'm going to leave it up, going forward. This here will be sold. I know it will be sold. I sold these here. And I'm going to tell you how I sold them with the items in there, with certain things in there, and with certain things not that comes with it. I'll show you in a second. All right. So, and it also has an auto shut off. Okay. Now here you see the water's coming out. Yeah, it was funny. One of the people said, "How come you didn't make coffee?" I don't want to drink this coffee, Anyway, it's all right. People ask questions. They're entitled to ask all the questions they want. Okay. Now, after it's done, it should automatically shut off. Bingo. It shuts off by itself. Well, it's supposed to shut off. Now, this one here, I don't know if it stays on momentarily or then it eventually kicks off, but I know it does shut off, though. All right. For the most part, it's supposed to shut off. I don't know when does it shut off. Maybe if you're not, just hit the button. I know some of them have auto shut offs. Maybe this particular model don't. This is the model B31. I don't know if they changed them because I said they make different models. So this is the B31. They got the K10 that looks exactly the same thing. I don't know. Why don't just call them all B31s or whatever, or K10s. And here you got a nice cup of hot, scorching water. And I always check in here whenever I do it to make sure that there is no, sorry about that, guys. I forgot to silence my clock. It's 12 noon over here. I'm in New York. I always look to make sure there's no grains in there. Sometimes it gets stuck in the grain, the capsule, what do you call it, the pot holder, okay? Now, let me show you the things I sold when I get these things, the things that these units do sell without. I've had them like this, and I'm going to share it right now with you. I sold units, no exaggeration, with this missing and the water guide missing. they will sell. Just like this, believe it or not, these units will sell, okay, without this here. But if you're going to sell something like this here, I highly recommend you put it in your listing. Tell them that this unit is in perfect working condition. It works. It does not come with the water level guide or the drip tray or the cover with the drip tray. Make sure you specify that. Now, sometimes I sell them with just this in here, like this here. Sometimes I just sell them with that and with that and not this. And again, if you don't, I already made a thing up here. I already have a photo of it saying if you buy this here, this does not come with it. I have sold them without this, without the drip tray. They will sell like this as well. Okay, so that's basically it. But these are the things that say, oh yeah, and the other things too. Sometimes these don't come with it. That's the other thing I almost forgot. Sometimes the pod cup holders, these don't sell with it. Now, have I ever had one of these here where everything was missing? In some cases, all of these things are missing, and the unit's still sold? Absolutely, absolutely. As long as you're telling the people, as long as you're telling your potential buyers, let me look this up again. As long as you're telling your potential buyers, I'm sorry guys, I'm just trying to adjust this here. The things that's missing and not, there we go. I'm trying to get that. You see my tripod stand back there. Not my tripod, my back screen thing. And there it is over there too. It's all over the place. All right. Anyway, we don't have to worry about that. Even though I like to keep everything perfect. Where is it anyway? I got to go like this on this side here. I got to move this here. Just a little in there. Okay. I don't like to keep things like that. I like to keep everything, I know I always add backdrops, but in this particular case, I'm not adding one. Yeah, as long as you tell the people that you're not getting the drip card here, the cup holder, K-pod holder, and the water level guide, and the drip tray in this here, just put it in your listings, and you'll be all right. Okay, that's all I can say. That's all I can tell you with this here. This model, like I said again, folks, is going to be on eBay. And no doubt, by the time you guys see it, it might be long gone or people watch this video because I'm not going to take it down. And remember, going forward, let me unplug this thing so nobody gets electrocuted here. Let me get this out of here. If you're going, like I said again, if you do have receptacles that only have 2 prongs like this here, you're going to need one of these adapters. It does not come with it. I don't include it with it. So just to let you guys know. Matter of fact, I don't need the cord anymore. I can put that away and keep that over there. I keep it for testing purposes. And this here, I'll slide back over here. Along with this, I had to let everything air dry out really good and pump out that. If there is any water in there, I got to figure out how to pump it out. And again, I am including, again, with this here, this instructions here for the B31, Keurig B31 model, and also this here goes with it as well, okay? So if you're buying this from me, you're going to get these things, okay? Going forward, I will be including these things. I have been doing it before, but this is for the people that just hit the channel or my YouTube channel. Going forward, whenever possible, I will be printing out the instruction manual. This is basically instructions for the Keurig. Yeah, then you also have a user manual and there's instructions. I will be printing them out on electronic items I sell. Okay. Now, a lot of people may bake the difference. Say, well, I don't know if I would go through that. You know what, folks? It can only help with your sales, I would think. I'm not saying it's a game changer. I'm not saying it's going to make a big thing. People are going to sit there saying, oh man, I'm going to buy it for this guy because he includes instructions or user manuals. I don't print out the whole user manuals. That's another thing too. I go to a site called manualslib.org. Okay, and when I go to that site there, you type in the item that you're looking for, the user manual, and then it'll print. It'll give you a whole. You could print it. It comes in a PDF file. Okay. And you could print out the whole manual. I see manuals that were maybe 40, 50 pages. Another one for some electronic thing I had was 100-something pages, 120 pages. I will not print them all out. What I would do is go there and print out the basic instructions on how to set it up. Like if I'm selling a clock radio, I will print out the basic instructions on how to set up the clock radio, how to set the time and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. I will print that out. I do not print out the whole user manual, so I don't want you to get that impression like, oh, we maybe print that. I don't do that. I will not print out the whole user manual. I will print out stuff to get you started. This here, this instructions here for this model, the B31 and the K10 models on the Keurigs, that is the same format. Okay. As a matter of fact, I don't know what you even call it change, but I guess there's a reason why they have different models, whatever, maybe. I don't know. It's just, I guess, an update. If you look at the K10, you put them side by side, I couldn't tell the difference. I really couldn't. There's no difference in them. They're both exactly the same. But for the most part, that will go with the K10s as well. Now, people might say, you're going to send the B31 instructions with the K10. Yeah, they're both the same. Believe me, they're both the same. All right. I'm going to hopefully do the reseller newsletter. I don't know if you guys, for the user, if you're first time checking out my YouTube channel, taking the time to check it out. I do appreciate you taking the time to check this video out. If you are new, I do the reseller news, and I do the Let's Talk eBay segment, which I'm doing now. I'm also a vlogger as well, so there may be times I'll be showing you some other stuff or talking about other things, business related, also eBay related, because like I said, the reseller news basically deals with what's going on in the e-commerce world. Okay, and there is a story I want to share later on in regards to the managed payments or something along that line. Something came up. I got some information yesterday. I was on the Google alerts, so I'm going to try to expand along on that topic there about the something to do with managed payments. I'll throw it out there and see if I get some response from you guys. But sometimes when I put stuff out, when I do my videos, I don't always get feedbacks from you guys. It's okay. You know what? Sometimes the old saying goes, no news is good news, you know? I mean, I won't want somebody, checking out my videos and and saying bad things about me, you know? I do these things with good intentions, folks, just to let you know. All the content I put out is good, clean content, okay? I do not discuss religion or politics on this channel, and I do not use profanity whatsoever. Okay, does that make my channel a better channel than anybody else's? Absolutely, positively not. There are a lot of great creators out there that put out real good content out there on YouTube. I, on the other hand, I'm still going through the phases, learning here. Right now, I'm doing this video here. I'm shooting it with, I'm going to shoot it. I'm editing it with Filmora X. That's the new version. It came out with the 10.46 version, something like that. Really good. I love Filmora. I also like CyberLink Power Director 14. That's what I also use in conjunction with Filmora. Yeah, I use them both in conjunction. Like I'll pull information from one and incorporate in the other and stuff like that. They're all licensed. I bought these things outright, so I'm not like it's bootleg stuff. I don't buy that stuff. I don't believe in that stuff there. I want stuff that's licensed to me and to me only. You know what I'm saying? I don't make copies and, hey, you have this here. Here's my key, the ID key, product ID key. I don't give that stuff out to nobody. That's pretty, that stuff there should, stay within your own confines, so to speak. You don't want to do that. But I do work with, like I said, I do work with CyberLink Power Director 14. Very good software too. They're both good. But my go-to software right now, because it's simplified and pretty easy to use, I do like the Filmora product. I also use the 8.7 Filmora 8.76 version, and the reason why I use that, folks, is because with this software I'm using now, they call it the Filmora X. Just to share it with you guys as to why I have a white backdrop. It does not, well, at least for me, it does not work with the white background. Now, I've contacted the Filmora about that, and I asked them in 8.76 I could put any background in there and on a white backdrop, a white screen, and it will work great in the 8.76 version. For some reason, I can't get it to work with the Filmora X, the one I'm doing it now. I don't know why, it just doesn't work. I tried it over and over again. The only way to circumvent that problem, folks, if I want to use Filmora X version, I would have to do this video now with the white backdrop, right? And go into the 8.76 version, load this video up with the green screen behind it, and then upload it to the Filmora X to make it work. And that's the workaround. But now it'll take forever and a day, because if I'm doing a video, it's for a half hour or 40 minutes or whatever. That's a lot of time, because now I got to redo the video with the green screen backdrop. Then after that finishes up, then I got to upload it to the Filmora X, and then add the backdrops that way through Filmora X. So now I got a two-step process. So I like I said, I reached out to Filmora about that there, and they said, well, we'll make note of it. We'll see. Maybe we could, no guarantees. But I said, if you guys could use that same technology that you used in the 8.76 version and the new version, that'd be great. I'll use this all the time. But whenever you see me doing the white backdrops like this here, the white backgrounds, it's because I can't add a different background to it. I love, if you follow me, people who follow me on this YouTube channel, if you look at some of the backdrops I have, I like different ones. I love adding backdrops. I think it adds a little more to it than just seeing a person with a white backdrop. Nothing wrong with white backdrops, don't get me wrong. you know. But I like it. And the reason why I don't use a green screen, folks, in case you're wondering, is because you have to have lights. Right now, behind me, I only have 2 windows that illuminate, that cast a lot of sunshine in here, and it lightens the back screen up. As you can see here, it doesn't cast any shadows whatsoever. This is all natural lighting. If you had a skylight over you, even more brighter. But I don't. That's why I don't use a green screen. I have to have high intensity. Well, to me, I use high intensity lights, whatever. And then you got to move them. You got to keep them at a certain distance. If you got too close, you're too bright. If you're too far, it casts shadows. If you get too close to the screen, it casts. It puts a shade on there. What do you got? That splash, green splash. So that's why I don't use it. It's too much work for me. I don't want to set it up, and then you got to sit there, have the lights on. It's a nuisance. This is great. I mean, it works so quick and easy. And like I said again, I wish I love Filmora. I love the product. Like I said, I bought the first one. I love it. I got the new one here, and I just wish they could just change it there. It's not really a big deal. People say, maybe you could just, so you bite the bullet and use a green screen if you have to. I don't know. I could do it that way, but I just don't want to get too much with all the lighting and stuff like that. It's too much involved. For me, it's too much involved. This is so simple, I just put the white screen behind me, no lighting. It's great, All right, listen. Depending on how I can get, how long it's going to take me to get this thing out here, hopefully I will be doing a reselling news. It is 12 o'clock over here, noontime over here. I'm in the East Coast of New York, so maybe why this is being edited with the video software, maybe I could break for lunch, and then hopefully I'll go through the Google alerts and share those stories with you guys about some eBay stories. That's what I could do to reseller news. Okay, just before I close this out, I know people might say, why don't you just have it Let's Talk eBay instead of having reselling news and Let's Talk eBay? The reason why I like to keep those separate is because with the Let's Talk eBay, it's more on a personal level between, me and a situation I had with eBay. I like to share things, you know what I'm saying? There is a differentiation with eBay, with the Let's Talk eBay and reselling news. Some people say they could be one and the same, and they could if you really wanted to, but I like to separate them. Let's Talk eBay is me sharing an experience I had with eBay versus the reselling news, which talks about, the whole gamut of reselling, not what whole thing. I'm not going to do it for hours on end, but I like to break it down like that and talk about e-commerce and so on and so forth. So I do want to keep it separate that way. I don't know. Maybe I might just change it one day. I'm toying around the idea, just call RJ Pasini or just call it e-commerce news. I don't know. I'm toying around ideas. If you guys have any ideas for me, you want to drop a comment below. Keep it nice comments and I will respond to you. If anything nasty, I do not. I just will remove it. But for the most part, if you guys have, you want to share some information with me or you got some ideas, I'm always looking for ideas to boost this YouTube channel up. My milestone for this year, I don't think it's going to happen because we're already in the 27th of day of November here. I was hoping, I don't know if it's possible or not, I was hoping my milestone will be to get 1,000 subscribers by Christmas or by the new year. I don't see it happening just yet because I'm way off in a way. I think I got like 839 subscribers. So people say, well, you're not that way off, but I'm off and up. It takes a long time. Let me tell you something, folks. It could take a long months, maybe even in some cases years, to get yourself to where you want to be as far as with subscribers. They anteed up the threshold, YouTube. Back then, when I first started back in July of 2013, they didn't have all that there. You were just doing your videos. I used to get the advertisements on my list, my videos, and then they anteed it up for some reason. I think I know what happened. There was the story I heard. I don't know how true it is. There are something to do with some kind of YouTube creators or whatever, putting stuff on there or something like that. I don't know. It's some kind of long drawn process or whatever, and then they anteed it up. Something along that line. Could be, I don't want to give disinformation out there, but I thought I heard something along that line, and then they made it where you had to hit 1,000 subscribers and have 4,000 hours of watch time. So I don't know. These are stories I thought I heard. Don't hold me to it. I don't want to be accountable for that there and say, no, you're giving out the wrong information, but I thought it had something to do with that there. I could be wrong, 100% wrong on that there, but that's what I thought for the most part. But anyway, I just want to say thank you again for checking out this video. I hope it helps out in some way for the people who are looking for these units or whatever. I hope this video will help out in some way. So there you have it, guys. I'm gonna have a break for lunch. My name is Rich Pasini. You're watching Let's Talk eBay for November 27th, 2020. And I always say this, well, not always, but recently I've been saying it, if you are thinking about selling on eBay or you are a seller on eBay, I am wishing you guys all the best in sales. Stay safe. Until next time, bye-bye for now. And before I go, if you like this video or my videos or my YouTube channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be up there so when I post certain videos, please hit that bell notification icon. And if you like any of my other videos, please give me a thumbs up. That lets me know I'm doing something right and you like the content I'm putting out. So next time, bye-bye for now.